What's going on, everybody? Doc, Average Gamer Guys, back at again. Another hardcore Escape from Tarkov episode. We're jumping right into this thing so that we can do this together. I'm very excited about this. Level 2. Level 3, let's take a look at what we need here. Honestly, not too terrible outside of needing a whole boatload of money. The items aren't really terrible. Lots of screws, which we can just slowly accumulate as we get up closer to this. We obviously need level 3 for Papor and Ragman, so we've got a ways before we're going to be able to get this done. We can certainly hang on to some nails as well. But I'm like so ecstatic about this. Let's take a look from a space perspective. Look at all this room for activities. 10 additional rows. Very excited about this. This is really big. Definitely a huge quality of life improvement. You can just see how much space, how much extra space we have at this point. So I'm pumped about that. I really honestly am. It's gonna be big. It gives us a lot of room. A lot of room to get some really good gear is what we can do now. We don't have to be, well, we'll end up filling this up hopefully very quickly with other player gear and other things that we get in raid. But I'm excited to be able to share that with you, and excited for our account here and our continued progression. So what do we got on tap here today? We're going to continue to try to quest a little bit. We're going to try to get a couple of things done. We still need a handful of items for our hideout that we're going to be focused on trying to find. But what I'd like to do is actually keep going with Papor here and try to get a couple of things done, both on customs as well as on woods. Woods is going to be where we go first. We had a really solid woods raid to get these 12 scavs shootout picnic, but I would like to get this done, as well as cold-blooded complete, not cold-blooded, tough guy, which is the 3 excuse me, scavs on woods without medicine. So we're going to try to get this done first. Quick raid, couple of scavs get rolled out, and then from there we might actually hit up some interchange, and then maybe a little bit of customs depending on what kind of mood we're in and how we're doing there. I'd like to keep going with Papor and get a couple of things done. I also would really like to try to get golden swag and pharmacist done here, but we just don't have the keys. So I do need to do some key farming, so hopefully we can run across a couple of things. We'll take a look at our operational tasks since the last time around. We need to turn in 3 toothpaste. We need to get scavs using a Taz. This is a pack of screws. This is terrible. I think we got a new weekly here as well. We need to survive factory twice, which gives us a syringe. None of that's super great. But 10 survives on woods. Gives us an armored rig, a black rock, which we need found in raid, and that's not terrible, actually. That's a lot of survives, though. I don't know if we'll be able to do this, but we'll see. We'll see if we can do some quick runs. The rewards here are actually pretty good, so we'll see what comes out of that. But we'll get geared up. We're headed to woods first. See you in the red. All right, 3 scavs. That's the goal. Let's get some quest progress done here. That's what we need. We're rocking the M1A. It's nice. I'm gonna do a quick push here. Try to get ourselves over to the Medfob. Don't know if we'll see a player. We're rocking M80s. This bad boy. Can definitely get ourselves in a PMC fight here, so need to be careful. Rocking armor and ears. We're pretty geared for hardcore right now. We're living off the spoils of that 60 kilo customs rate. Which appreciate all the support. If you watch that one and stuck through that whole episode, it started out a little rough and then ended beautifully. I'm still really pumped about the stash upgrade too, guys. Yells. I am it's such a huge quality of life improvement for hardcore, because hardcore is all about space management. And that makes a big difference. There's somebody in here, I'm pretty sure. Jesus. Here comes the army of scavs. He was either in a tower or in the metal container. There's two. He's in that metal container.
If you're out there, I will kill you.
Hmm. There's three. Just right over that way. I don't want this fight. I definitely don't want to fight a 3-man. I'm not interested in that today. I also don't really want to sit in this bush, but... That guy was pretty geared. We have to catch this guy unaware. It's honestly our only opportunity. The other thing is... See, they killed those 2 scavs over there, which is a little unfortunate because we need scav kills. But I'm pretty sure we should be pretty... I'm pretty confident we can get our 3 that we need. Just by moving over to outskirts. I'm going to place a high priority on surviving. Interestingly enough, we have about a 50% survival rate. I took a look. I think this is our 62nd raid, if I'm not mistaken. And we're at, like, right at 50%. 50 or 51%, which is pretty good. That's actually what I average on my main account. I've also been pushing some more difficult tasks, but... There's a problem. I have no idea. No, he didn't leave. I still hear him. I have no idea if he actually left or not. I'm wondering if that guy was like kind of escorting these dudes. They don't know that these guys don't know where I am. They think I'm still here though, which is really interesting. Which I am. They're probably trying to do is secure their buddy's stuff. The dilemma I have here is if I was to sneak out of this bush, run down by the lake, it's going to take me quite a few sprints to put some distance between me and these guys. Versus if they were to scoop the gear and just kind of go away. Like, I'm not going to chase them. They don't know that, obviously. It's interesting to me that they definitely had an idea of where I was. And probably that I crawled... maybe that I crawled through there. I don't know. Maybe they thought I ran out the front. But it's interesting to me that that guy would get in that tower. That would not be my play. Not when you think somebody's right there on the perimeter of this camp. Because you're just too exposed. As much as I want the gear from that guy, I'd be more happy if they would just grab it and leave. That's not what I'm here, guys. I'm not here for the PMC kills. But they're going to put me in a position where I'm going to have to actually fight them. Or leave myself. Alright, so they're grabbing his gear now. When I heard that there was a 3-man, so these are all like some of the, I'll say the decisions that you have to make. Pretty confident in my PvP. I certainly don't want to die, especially it being hardcore. We got a nice 2-tap on that player. Honestly, with just some decent positioning. As soon as I heard there was the 3rd guy, we have to find a way to get in one-on-one fights. And I was not confident with, even with what I could hear, I was not confident that those guys had enough separation that we could get into a one-on-one fight. We had one opportunity when we first pushed back to this bush. If we would have got to where we are now, I would have been able to at least get some shots probably on the player that came to push to check the outside perimeter wall right there by the green crate. I would have had an opportunity to get a 1v1 there. And then I can reposition again. What I would have done is probably flank down closer to the lake and then come up to watch essentially that sandbag entrance right here that we're sitting by. And at that point, we would fight. I would take my chance with basically the third 1v1. But pushing into a 2v1, where it's too easy for us to basically get pushed 2 angles at once, is not what we want to be. Oh, somebody is still close here to us. They're grabbing their boys' gear. Now, if I'm them, here's what I'm thinking at this point. Whoever killed their boy left. That's Sturmy. That's somebody killing Sturmy, too. Trying to. I'm also really surprised that no other scavs have spawned over here. Because that would be the other thing that would help me. Is if some scavs would spawn in. Maybe from like over there. And walk in. These guys would definitely kill them. Alright, I need to start doing something. They grab the gear. Don't see the guy in the tower. Two scavs here. Scrounge up what we can. Grab a couple of guns here. All right. I'm not going to venture in there. I just feel like that's a death trap. And I'm still going to flank. This is how I would have taken this flank. I would have moved down here to try to get a different angle to come up. Essentially, at this point, I'm hoping that we can just get 3 scavs. I'll work towards outskirts here. do recommend checking this spot. It wasn't great right there. Sometimes you can find... I want to say I found, like, meds, like morphines and things. Obviously, we were able to grab some food there. So this part does also have me concerned here. I haven't heard any additional SVD firing. I've also not heard other firing. Gonna be moving right into the sunshine too. Just gonna try to move with what we got here. Gosh, that's bright. Ooh. We went like an evening, like 1700 raid for this. Alright, let's just get going. Basically what I want to do is get across here, and then I'm going to try to basically check by the car, a wide berth sawmill here, so that we don't accidentally run into Sturmy or a guard, hopefully. Plenty of food. Alright. Guess I'm gonna push through here. 3 scavs. What we're looking for. Two. I like to check this dead scav. Laser match? We'll take it. Guess I'll take the wreck bat. 45 ammo should be helpful to us here. So it tells me there's still a player or somebody about. Wish I could. Antique axe? Hello? And an armor. SKS. Nice grab. That's a good fresh armor for us. Dang. I don't think there's any way I get away with that. Can't do this, though. Okay, I'm gonna take the mags. Screw it. Why not, right? I think I need that optic. All right. I need one more scav. Need one more scabby boy. So one right there. Up to the right. Need the mags. Need the mags. Whew. Well, we'll call that the patient raid. We spent a bit of time in there, but I'm not mad at the result. We killed that bear. Curious to see what level. We got 2 headshots and then a thorax kill. Do we headshot that guy? We did. 31 to 50. So we made some connections. We didn't miss, actually, which is pretty cool. Did a little bit of damage, a little bit of XP towards level 18. All right, so here's the loot haul. Just so we're clear from a recording standpoint, I'm recording this just after the most recent update. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but get some blurriness with some things that are stacked inside of other things. It's just like the sharpness was not where it needs to be. I don't know. But this is the loot haul here. We get some decent ammo. We stack up on a couple of guns. We actually need this AK-74N as a turn-in, although I think I'm still hanging on to my original one. So this is not going to be a bad gun for us to probably run some raids with. The more important part is we get 3 of these mags that we're going to be able to use for ice cream cones. So we can unpack those. I might have one sitting around, so we might be able to turn this in to a 60 rounder, which is pretty good. Pick up a handful of other things. We get a spare armor, which is always nice. And we retain, more importantly, is our task progress. We get Shootout Picnic and Tough Guy complete with that last scav kill. So let's get these turned in here. Boom, boom, boom. What do we need to do? Taz, I forgot about that. So rewards here are not bad. We get a decent chunk of rubles, CMS, and a couple of meds. That's a nice little boost to him. So here's the interesting thing is if we were able to get some other quest progress done, which now it looks like we're gonna have to go in and try to get secured perimeter complete, which is not ideal. We'd actually be able to get him up to level 2, which would be really nice. So maybe I can think about doing some of these. The problem is some of these quests don't even give. We need the rep experience. If we had a Taz or we find a Taz, I'm definitely going to try to do this because the extra rep experience would be nice. But we'll jump over to Propoler. Get a Shootout Picnic complete. We get an AK we're going to certainly be able to use. We get a couple of mags, which is nice. And I think what we're looking at here is probably trying to jump in and do this. So I think it makes sense for us. I think it makes sense for us to try to go and do a customs run. From the perspective that we have a couple of quests to be able to do. In addition to that, though, I think continuing on with Purpore makes sense to try to get at least some of these things knocked out. Depending on the spawn, we may be able to go to like dorms late and see. I doubt any of these will be open is the problem. But I guess you never know, right? Well, we won't know unless we check, so we might be able to get lucky to at least get, like, Golden Swag isn't going to be open unless somebody else did it. However, this one, there's maybe a chance, so we'll see. We can also do some key farming there, which wouldn't be terrible. We also do have a lot of stuff to do in Interchange. We can kill some scavies, and getting some continued progress with Ragman wouldn't be bad. Getting this knocked out would also be pretty good. We'll take a look. We're probably going to customs, though. I like this M1A. I think it's a decent build, so we'll probably run this until we run dry on it or we die, and we'll go from there. Get on back to seeing the raid. All right, BP Depot is the main goal here. A little bit of looting. And depending on our spoon... I do not like this play right here, right now. This is gonna get me killed, probably. I should have just engaged that second guy. We head-eyes the first. That makes me sad. I really like that M1A. That was a clean shot on that dude. I did not see the other guy laying down. Oh, man, that's frustrating. And then, of course, we get... Subsequently, we get one-tapped. I should have moved and did some different stuff. I basically re-peeked the same angle. That was dumb. I should have just... As soon as I saw him turn, I should have just tried to start engaging him. Basically, just empty our mag at him. I didn't like that. That's not a great spawn for that. I guess I could have ran forward. So what could I do differently there? I could have ran forward and tried to get... basically tried to get myself in a position to... Like, I could have did the one in gas in construction there. That would have been an option. I'm trying to think what else. That's probably the best possible play for us. Yeah. All right, we'll gear up. I'm gonna give it another run. I'd like to get BP Depot done if we can. See you in the raid. I'm really kicking myself in that last one for not just like following through with the engagement. The guy laying prone, he doesn't have a lot of options there either. I don't know that I've ever actually used this site. It's pretty clean. Kind of like it. He doesn't have a ton of options there. Huh. What am I doing? This is what I was gonna try to go mark. That's the other thing I was thinking about is I could have just been smart and saved this one to mark at a different point, either when we were on our way out of a raid or spawn here, essentially. I should have just engaged. I saw him turn. He's prone, so he has a little bit of the advantage when it comes to like just aiming steadiness. But we win with the ability to kind of be mobile. We can move. He has to, you know, basically stand up, which puts him in a vulnerable position. Didn't bring any ears this raid, which I hate. Just kicking myself a little bit, because I think that's a winnable fight. If we actually engage, then we're in business. I gotta remember I got rip rounds here, so little lucky there. Our next stop is construction. What those guys were doing, in case anyone was wondering, is they were looking to basically kind of ambush anybody that was going to come underneath that train. Holy AP rounds. Kind of want the bag. I also really like to take these AP rounds. It's really not a barter item, though. Don't feel I should be able to secure that, so we won't. Now this I can. I don't know that I actually need any more of those, but we shall see. Okay. One positive thing we can say about this episode so far is that it's perfect. 5, 6, 7. Wow, holy meds. Is that we've done a good job of at least getting kills. I do really need to jacket farm here a bit. We need some keys. I need some just basic keys. I think overall that flash drive's more important for us, so. Like I'm generally okay making that choice. Be a difficult place to clear sometimes. We got a soda on the ground. Aquamari is really nice. Hot rod. Hot rod. See what else we can find here. Little optic. What's that for? A little surprised we haven't run into any scavs over here yet. That is surprising. I don't, this is definitely more important than that. At least for the foreseeable future. We do need these. So finding one is pretty cool. Interesting. I guess I was not aware that those could be in filing cabinets. We're gonna end up getting into some PvP here for sure. Hello, can I walk up here, please? Jeez. Crappy part is I have to get into construction here. Feel like is where some of that shooty bang bang was from. I gotta just try to move here. As soon as I saw that dead scav there, I realized that it was, I thought the shooting was definitely a little bit more like towards Intel, towards Crack House. Didn't hit that guy at all. I got flicketed. Frustrating. I think what I do, I might try a really quick factory run. Just to see. Oh, you know what? Unload that. I realized I was thinking I was one mag short to getting another 60 rounder done. It looks like it just was not pulling it because it was attached to the gun. There we go. All right, cool. Well, we'll get that started, get that rocking and rolling. I think I try a quick factory run, and I may actually just use this AK. I'll just one mag this thing. We got 30 rounds of BP. Maybe just try to give this a go and see if we can turn it into anything. Maybe get an office kill. We'll see. We'll jump in the ring. So I'm hoping we get a good spawn that will allow us basically to get into the office, and then we'll loot the office, we'll do some other things. I literally just saw a blue laser right there, so we're gonna die. He might be going that way. We're gonna die here for sure. They have BP rounds. Not much we can do there. By the time I saw the laser, it's just over. We have to hard swing that corner. And we're in a spot there. Frustrating one. This was a frustrating one just because we made some misplays. That's why I'm frustrated. Not necessarily the deaths are obviously not the deaths kind of suck, but the misplays is what's making me kick myself here a little bit. But we'll sell this key off here. We did still get a little bit of task progress done, which is good. We got one of the BP depot marked, so if we get another opposite side spawn, like on the way to trailer park as our extract, that wouldn't be so bad. We definitely still need to make some more progress here. I obviously would have liked to at least get like one killed. This is going to be really, I think, pretty difficult for us to be able to do unless we can stumble into some pretty solid gear at some point. So we'll see if we're able to get that done. We unfortunately are not going to have a Taz to be able to get that. Obviously some factory survives would have been nice, and some toothpaste would have been good. We're still looking for quite a few things for the hideout. I think the big thing holding us back right now, besides getting mechanic up to level 2, is really this brick of TNT here. If we could get this upgrades security, and then I think with that upgraded, I think we can probably put ourselves in a position to do, generator. And then I think after generator, minus a handful of caps, and obviously him to level 2, we're in a position to get illumination up, which is actually really nice. Need one more tool set here, and then we're in a good position with Mr. Mechanic as well. We can get workbench up, and that workbench is holding us back from water collector, which we're also quite close on. We need Jaeger up to level 2. We need rep here, which is again going to be the difficult part, and then a couple of corrugated hose, and we're in business here. Heating, I still need to stay in cricket, and rest space. I think we're a little ways away. No, we just need heating and generator to get leveled up. So we actually are on the verge of some really nice progress. Alkali and a wrench. We do need to continue to probably hit some interchange, so we'll be back in there. At least we have some quests now. Kill some scavs, get some things done. So hopefully we can do that. I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Long woods raid really kind of took up the majority of our time, but I think that was obviously the most successful raid we had, and then unfortunately just couldn't win any PvP interactions today, which it happens. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. We got a couple of kills, just couldn't finish those other raids out on customs and in factory. So we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel. Hopefully you've been enjoying the last couple of episodes. Really big progress to get that stash up to level 2. So just really do, again, appreciate. Thank you for all the comments. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for watching the video, clicking on it. Please do consider, hit that like button, throw a comment down below, hit that subscribe button for us if you're not subscribed. We're trying to get to 10K subscribers this year, so please be a part of that. It's free, really does help us out. Best way to support the channel outside of, again, watching the videos and hitting that like button. In addition, we do stream over on Twitch Fridays and Saturdays, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come join us, hang out, chat, talk to us, we usually run our main account. Sometimes we'll do some hardcore as well. We'd love to chat with you, talk to you about the game or other games. And I'm excited. By the time this goes up, I'm probably playing Elden Ring. I think I'm that far in advanced, so I'm going to be playing some of that as well. So if you're interested, we can spend some time chatting about that. But that link is in the description. We got a Twitter, we got a Discord. If you want to stay up to date with the channel, outside of hitting the little bell, you can join the Discord. We always post when we're going live, doing all that good stuff. So with that, I'll wrap up. I've been Doc. We are the Average Gamer Guys. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next hardcore episode. Peace.